It is Kat, and I am so sorry that I haven't done a video in a few weeks, but as of right now, I won't be able to do any more videos just because of the fact that finals are in a week, as in classes are done this week, and then finals are happening, and I really need to concentrate on that. So this will be the last video until then. So today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is book buying bans, my book buying ban, and how I keep myself from buying books and what my tips are from you to keep from buying books. So first let's start with currently my book buying ban. So 2 weeks ago I bought quite a few books, and I did do a book unboxing, and I will leave the book unboxing video below in the description box. And I have done very well since then from not buying books. It's hurt me to not buy books, but I've done very well. I don't think I've bought any books. Even though this is not a book related thing, unfortunately I did just spend a lot of money a week ago, and that was on clothing. So now I'm literally not only am I on a book buying ban, but I'm like on a money constrictive. So now let's just talk about book buying bans in general. So if you don't know what a book buying ban is, a book buying ban is pretty much you cannot buy books you cannot buy books for a certain amount of time. Some people, what they do is say, okay, I will read 3 books and then I can buy 1 book. Or some people say, or I'll read 10 books and then I can buy 1 book. So you have a certain ratio to book buying, and I know for a lot of people that gives them the initiative not only to read books that they have on their shelves, but to also, give them a little bit of a break as into how many books they can buy. And then there are other certain ways that people do this how they do their book buying ban, and so pretty much you don't buy books. That is the main point of a book buying ban, and I know a lot of people, and even myself obviously, who just break it. They break it faster than they think they do, because I think I told myself I wasn't gonna buy any books, and then not even a week later I bought like not 15, but like about 7 books. That is still a lot of books. Quick little tiny story is my TBR is bigger than it has ever been ever. I used to only buy books and then read them. Now I'm buying more books than I'm reading them, and lately I've been reading slowly because I've just been on a big reading slump. And so I have all these books, and that was another reason why I'm like, I really want to I'm not going to be buying books for quite a while, because I really do want to get rid of my TBR. That is just what it is. Now, how do you get the motivation to do a book buying ban? Here's my biggest motivation as of right now. So I got a new job, and I'm splitting my tips between 2 things. There's the adventure fund, and then there's the personal fund. My adventure fund is actually going to be filling up for the next 3 years. I am leaving for Europe for a year. I am actually backpacking Europe for a year, and this is one of my biggest motivations. I am putting more money towards my Europe trip than I am towards my personal fund. So there's more money in this than I'm going to be putting in this. And so while there's quite a bit of money in here, this is like, my personal fund is more for, I even put it on here, is more for books and clothing and like things I really enjoy, where the adventure fund is not going to be touched for another 3 years, and this is paying my way to Europe and hostels and things that I want to do in Europe and across the countries for a year. So I have a lot of money to go, as in this is going to be paying for my hotels and some of my plane tickets, but a majority of it's already in my bank account. And so this is my biggest motivation, and this is my advice to you. If you have something that you really want to get, but the thing is you don't have money, and even if it's not something a book related, my advice to you is that if you really want to get something and you don't need that book, even though, you want it, then if this is more important, then save your money for this. Europe is more important to me than my books. I'm sorry, I love my books, I love reading, but going to Europe for a year is 100% more important to me than stocking my shelf to the point where I'm just not going to have time to read them all. It will definitely motivate you not to buy that book if you really want to get something else and it's more important to you. Click out of Book Outlet. I haven't been on Book Outlet in a few weeks. I can't physically go there because I know if I go there, I'll buy books. So even though it's hard for you, and it was definitely hard for me, click out of Book Outlet. Click out of the good, I don't remember what it's called, like the thrift books. Click out of Amazon. Click out of all those places where you know where you'll get books and leave them for a few weeks or however many weeks that you feel like you need to go on a book buying ban. Another thing is I look at my shelf and I count how many books I've read to how many books I have not read. And if it hurts you that you haven't read some of those books and you're really upset about it, that should also kind of give you the initiative to, okay, I can't buy any more books. Another thing I like to do is I like to tell people. I like to tell my family members that, hey, I can't buy any more books, or hey, I can't buy any more, I just can't use my money anymore. I can't, unless it's for like necessities such as gas and food, I can't be using my money on things that are not important. And so that's definitely gives me a little of the initiative. And if I do buy something and somebody says, I thought you weren't going to do that, I feel guilty. And because I feel guilty, I usually won't do it again. So that's definitely another thing that you guys can do is if you feel guilty about it, don't do it. Now here's another thing, stay away from bookstores. Go to your local library. Your local library will have a majority of the books that are at bookstores, not all the time, but a majority of the time they will. So if you're really wanting to read that book, go to the library. And then if you really enjoyed that book just as much as you think you did, you're going to write it on the list. Put it on the list as to a book that you really want to get. The thing is I bought a few books on my shelf that I've read and I hated them. And I now know I'm not going to read them again, and now I've spent the money on them. That really sucks for me because then that like $10 could have gone towards something else. That's another thing that could definitely help you in a book buying ban situation. Another thing is I guess just read. Or a distraction in general, that will definitely also help you in your book buying situation. Personally for me, I do a lot of exercising, so between exercising, school as of right now, my last week, and reading my own books, and then also making videos for my other channel, which I will be leaving a link below. That takes up most of my time, where the point is I can't actually physically sit down and look at books because I don't have time to look at books. So if you occupy your time with other things, book buying bans will go not only so much more quicker, but easier. Alright guys, that's really all the tips that I really have for you. I hope that I didn't sadden you guys by these tips, but that is what a book buying ban truly is. It's kind of sad and it's kind of lonely and depressing, but once you get through it, you guys will definitely feel better about it, and you will be able to do it again if you need to. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment below and tell me your book buying strategies and tips that you usually go by, or the ways that you avoid buying books. And also remember to like this video and definitely subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'll see you guys at my next video. Bye!